What's up, Josh?
What's up, iPhone?
Yeah, I'm out on the road, man.
What are you up to?
I'll head to a showing.
How'd you get this showing?
Op City.
Good for you, man. You still getting tons and tons of calls?
Yeah. I usually have to pause it a lot throughout the day. It's hard to keep up with it.
That's a good problem to have, right?
Absolutely, it is.
I was talking with Ashley, who you met at the mastermind 2 weeks ago. She's got 5 in contract through Op City right now.
Whoa.
That's where 95% of her business is coming from Op City.
Wow. That's great. Man. Yeah, I just did the Op City, one of their best practices meetings. And I didn't realize, but I was doing clients my cell phone instead of like going through the app for communication. So that's one thing I'm going to change, moving forward. I didn't realize that, I guess.
You're saying you should you should not give them your phone number?
They're saying that if you're texting or calling, that you should text and call through the app. I guess is what one of the experienced agents on there said. So that Op City can kind of, see all your communication, I guess.
Yeah, it'll probably help your scores go up, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Yep.
Come on. Sorry.
We'll give it one more minute for some folks to straggle on here.
And then I learned too, Josh, as far as like releasing some of these people, it's not a big deal. Like at first I was kind of worried about doing that, but like the ones that don't like communicate back or respond. So I've released a few and just gave specific reason why. And they said that's more than fine. That's not going to like hurt your score or anything.
Good. That's good to know.
Yeah.
So those of you who are just jumping on, I was just asking Michael, otherwise known as iPhone. He's in his car right now on his way to a showing. I asked him where he got the showing. He said through Op City. So for those of you who are enrolled in Op City, really, really important that you're super responsive to those individuals and that you're updating the app regularly. One key piece that I just learned is it's always best to communicate through the actual app and not just through your phone third hand. So that'll help your scores go up and help you get more calls. Also, Lauren was with me this week. We did a mastermind within the office, and we learned that one of our agents here at the office, she does like no lead generation. She's got a brand new baby, so she's not able to do a lot of working. All she does is respond quickly to Op City leads, and she has 5 in contract through Op City. So the leads will continue to get better and better the longer you're in it. But thought that was some fun facts. All right, well, we are going to get started. I'm going to start with a video. Let me know if you can't hear it. If you can't hear it, somebody speak up, okay?
Bold is business objectives and life by design.
Bold is a event that gets us back to the basics in training, starting from lead generation to managing your database to closing the transaction.
Learning all about how to be a better agent, implement better systems, and just grow our business.
I'm a newer agent. I've been in this 4 months strong now. And since being in Bold, I've gotten 3 under contract and 1 listed.
I chose Bold because Joey Haley decided to tell me that I had no choice but to take it.
If you want to live a big life, then you need to choose Bold. This is my 8th time taking Bold. I'm going to take it every time it comes to Nashville because it helped me get that much closer to my goals.
I've gotten 7 listings and 22 buyers.
If you're not here, like, what are you doing? You're gonna get your recipe book to be successful here, and it's basically effortless. You just get the recipe book and you follow the directions, and you'll be successful.
I just feel like everyone needs to definitely put it in their growth plan and just do it. You know, it's changed a lot from many years in the past, and it really just focuses on mindset and just really setting your goals and what's going to drive you to reach those goals and, you know, do what means most to you.
If you want to become a better agent, if you want to become the best agent, Bold is definitely the thing that is going to get you to launch pad to that point. It's crucial.
I just love Bold. I love to be here. I get better every day, thinking about something that I have something to look forward every week. And I just love Bold. I bleed purple, and that's Bold.
You're missing out if you don't invest in Bold.
Why go? You have to go to Bold. Bold, I was really skeptical at the very beginning, but having been here for the last 7 weeks, I'm a different person today than I was 7 weeks ago.
Go Bold!
If you're thinking about buying.
All right. That little infomercial was simply to remind us that we have an enormous learning opportunity coming our way. It will start in August. It's called Bold. And it is, if you're a newer agent, or even if you're a seasoned agent, it's a great way for you to kind of view real estate through a lens of what it can do for me in my personal life, but also how I can improve as an agent. It's the single best class I've ever taken. It is a 7-week process, 7-week class in which you will learn, you'll do some activities, you'll have some competitive pieces where you're actually competing against other teams. So you make it fun, but also the chances there for you to meet other agents and grow your sphere of resources that you have in your real estate world. If you are able, I want to strongly encourage you, recommend you attend Bold. There is a fee associated with it. It's normally about $7.99. You will be reimbursed with each closing that you achieve. So typically over the first 2 or 3 closings, you'll recoup all the money that you spent, and you should recoup that and much, much, much more. So the Market Center will reimburse you for each closing. So you're not out a lot of money. So I wanted to encourage y'all to attend Bold. Aside from that, be prepared. Starting in August, we are going to have a contest amongst all of our coaching agents on who can generate the most leads. And we're going to talk about some things that we can do to do that, probably in next week's coaching. Just planting the seed, but I want to do a competition, and the winner will receive something very worthwhile. I haven't determined what exactly yet, but I promise you won't want to miss it. Cool. So today, guys, we're a little over halfway through the year. We are almost 200 days into 2022. It's never too early though to start planning. If you've been in business long enough, you've probably heard the term failure to plan is planning to fail. And I don't want y'all to fail in this industry. And so it's never too early to start thinking about the holidays. It's never too early to start projecting out 4, 5, 6 months to what you will be doing during that time frame to increase your business. And so I just wanted to have a conversation today around the upcoming holidays, what those look like literally like detailing them out. And if you got pen and paper, which y'all should, I hope you attend these with pen and paper and maybe you write a couple things down. At the bare minimum, you should all take at least one bullet point from each coaching session or each training you ever go to, one thing that you can literally go and do. So I've got a few holidays written down that are upcoming, and I just wanted to start having a mastermind here around, number one, what holidays are coming up, kind of putting our spotlight on it, and what we can do within our businesses to either market, advertise, prospect, etc., or what we can do for events. What can we do within the holidays to increase people's awareness of our businesses? So I'm going to open it up to y'all. What holidays are coming up? And this isn't some trick question. I want to write them down.
So for Halloween, last year we went around my stepdaughter's mom's neighborhood, and it's a huge neighborhood. And we saw some people with a trailer on the back of their truck. So we were going to decorate it kind of scary theme, but I was going to put my sign on the side of it also.
Nice. So we're listing Halloween as an upcoming holiday. And so that is end of October, which puts us what, like 3-4 months away? We're July, August, September, October. So we still have plenty of time. And the reason we're having this conversation is because we still have plenty of time to start planning for these things. Like if you're going to do some like big trailer type thing, you're going to want to have ample time to plan for that, right? And to execute it. So I like the idea. So we got Halloween. What other holidays are coming up?
First week of college football.
Ooh. College football, although not a national holiday, it should be, especially because this season we kick off here in Ohio with Ohio State versus Notre Dame, very first game. It's gonna be crazy.
Crazy.
And even down in Kentucky, y'all, your all's football team, Kentucky, UK, y'all getting better every year. Okay, what other holidays or events?
The first day of school is coming up August 10th for Hardin County schools. And it's not really a holiday, and I don't really know what I could do with that either.
I do. We'll get there. First day, first day of school. Got it. Lauren writes Labor Day. What other holidays?
In September, I believe on like the 10th or so, there's Grandparents' Day, and my mom has always wanted to do something weird with the kids.
Okay. We're talking about some minuscule ones now. Let's talk big ones, big picture. Lauren says Thanksgiving and Christmas. Yes. And then how do we end the year? New Year's, right? So we've got all these holidays listed out in the chat here. What we're going to do is brainstorm a little bit. Emma brought up a good suggestion for Halloween because on Halloween night, what is everyone doing? If the weather's even remotely decent, they've got their kids out in the neighborhood and they're walking door to door. What could we be doing from a business perspective that would help us capitalize on that opportunity?
We could give out a sticker with our business stuff on it, or like a business card wrapped around like a lollipop.
I like that a lot. I mean, I don't know how many trick-or-treaters y'all get. I probably get like maybe 25 to 40 on average, so that wouldn't be too much work to do. What else for Halloween? What does every kid do for Halloween?
Dress up.
How could we, okay, Lauren says a costume party. So you could actually do like a real legit event at your house. So especially for you young guns out there, like, Lauren, you're still cool, I guess. I'm no longer cool, but I could have an old person, adult like party with kids. Or you could all have one on like a Friday night with, Spike the Punch and make it like an actual fun party, not something where kids are running around. I love that idea, costume party. And at that event, then how would you, Lauren, real quick, how would you turn that into an opportunity for your business?
Well, kind of like you said, I would make it adult and kid friendly, and maybe just have my business card sitting out and kind of use that to get to know the parents that come and turn the conversation and use like the Ford model and kind of bring up real estate that way.
Love that. Absolutely. Anytime you can get people face to face, you're at an advantage for sure. Maybe you can dress up.
Sorry.
Go ahead. I was just going to say, maybe you could dress up as a house.
Yeah, I was
Make a
thinking that.
conversation starter.
So for those who live in a neighborhood, I don't live in a neighborhood, so I actually have to drive somewhere. But last year there was somebody who had done their garage up as a little like walk-through haunted house. And that way people aren't probably going to come into your house for a party if they don't already know you in some way, but they'll easily do a walk-through thing in a garage. And that would just be a really good place to like have some business advertisement of some sort, maybe some cards, or like that's where you can hand out your candy.
I'll tell you another story. So Brad is a brand new agent here. I've known his family for a while now, and he can't be on because he's got a phone issue. But he has a Halloween party each year, and he does the same thing. He had a barn, and he created a little room that had just a simple little like haunted house maze type thing. It was really simple, not too over the top, and it was really cool. And so if you have a reason to invite people like into your home, that'd be a great opportunity for you. Maybe at the end you put sponsored by with your sign on it.
Hey, Josh, I have an idea. I always kind of go back to that whole reverse, is it called reverse bold, or the giveaway reverse? So what if you did like a social media post where you ask people to send in pics of them dressed up like on Halloween or of their kids, and you make it into a contest that's all on your like business Facebook page, for example, and you declare a winner and you tell them, try to get the word out. Anybody can enter. And the only stipulation is you have to, friend or whatever on the business page. So you're kind of adding more friends or people on your page, and then do like some kind of giveaway kind of thing.
I love that so much, Michael, that I had actually written that down because we're doing that on our team. It's something that can be almost free. Like you could give away like $100 gift card or something, which is a drop in the bucket compared to a commission. But I love that idea. And what you're doing there is encouraging participation from people that already know you. But to your point, you're also expanding the people that you can touch, the eyeballs that you can touch, by making them friend you, share your post, like your post, comment on your post, so you stay top of the algorithm and top of people's feeds. Love it. What else? Anything else around Halloween that we could be doing? What about in regards to Command? What can we be doing in Command now? Like we're in not even August yet. What can we be doing in Command to plan for Halloween? Labor Day, Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Flyers.
Yep, like just emailers or flyers or printouts, postcards, etc. But in command, and look at your budget, obviously. If you ain't got no money, then just send emails saying, Happy Halloween, make it fun, make it you. But you can design that today and schedule it to be sent out October 31st or October 30th, whenever that is. Or if you're feeling good about things, go ahead and print the postcards and send them through everyday direct mail. And it's going to save you a lot of time, energy. It's not the cheapest way to do things, but it's one of those mailers that would be like, oh, that's fun, cool. And then it'd go in the trash, but ultimately you got your message through. All right, cool. Going once, going twice on Halloween. Anything else that we can think of to do for Halloween that would be a business promotional opportunity?
I was thinking too, Josh, what about, like, I know there's typically like the Boo at the zoo, or, maybe up at Cedar Point, they have some kind of haunted thing going on, or I don't know, try to reach out to those places. I don't really know where to go with that, but somehow incorporate something big like that going on.
Yeah, so there's always sponsorship opportunities and things like that. Now at the Boo at the Zoo type thing, that might be really pricey. But if you had the cash to spare, what if you did an event there where you paid for people's admission? Or maybe you did a social media thing where you said, hey, the first 20 people that RSVP will get in free to the zoo this one day. We'll all meet up at one of the lodges and I'll provide lunch, something like that. Like that could be something you do. Another thing that comes to mind would be, what's become really popular lately has been trunk or treats. So trunk or treat is like where you go commandeer a parking lot of a business or whatever, and you just have people come with their kids and they go from car to car to car, but it's a little safer because it's a smaller enclosed area, but everyone decorates their cars, their trunks, etc. And it's really fun. It's lightweight and it's quick normally. My daycare does it where they'll have bouncy houses and they'll make it really fun. What's stopping us from doing something like that here in the parking lot, or the parking lot of your brokerage, or a local high school parking lot where maybe you pair with the school? You've got enough time to plan these things out. Pair with the school and say, trunk or treat sponsored by Michael Leary, Realtor Keller Williams, something along those lines. And you get a chance to pop around and meet, 20 to 30 cars that have decorated their stuff, and you give them their business card and say, thank you so much for participating. This has been awesome. And then you get their contact information. They go into your database, and who knows, over the next few months, maybe you're doing business with them. Does this excite anybody else? I mean, other than just me, I love the ability to be creative right now, the ability to think outside the box on how you can hit the most people quickest. If that doesn't excite y'all, then you guys are numb. And most of y'all here have kids or significant others. And this could be something that you'd be doing anyways, right? You're going to be celebrating the holidays anyways. Why not put a little bit of a business opportunity into it, right? Okay, we're going to move on from Halloween. Let's real quickly, I want to touch base on what Jason said, the start of football season. What could we be doing to generate buzz around our business for the start of football season? Because here in Central Ohio, not only do we have the Buckeyes, but we've got high school football as well, which is a big deal here. How can we be capitalizing on this? And in Kentucky, I'm sure it's the same with UK.
I got an idea what I want to get with Obi though. I don't know if anybody's thought about this, but with them players getting NIL money, they're gonna be needing places to live. So I might be a market to tap into.
You know, I saw something where the running back, Travion Henderson,
Yeah.
he just did it. He just closed on his first flip property. So those dudes, for real, to your point, already have money coming in. And what are they doing? Some of them are investing it. How do we get in with them? That's a great call out, Jason. I love that.
Got to get Obi.
Yeah.
Got to get Obi.
Use what we got, right?
Yeah.
Jessica says put an ad in the program. So like for the local football teams, put an ad in there. I don't know about y'all, but I've received numerous requests from like PTOs, et cetera. The PTOs normally the people who stand to gain out of getting sponsors and stuff, because that's where the money typically goes. So like the footballs that cheerleaders throw out in the crowd, you can sponsor those things. To Jessica's point, you can sponsor the program. You can put your banners on the field. Typically, now those cost money, and I'll be honest, I don't know what the return on that investment looks like, but I guess it is what you make it. I mean, if you were to sponsor something like that, you're going to want to bring a lot of attention to it personally through your social media, through talking about it with friends and fellow classmates, et cetera. What else could we do for football?
I don't know anything about this, so I don't even know if it's possible really, but I see people's stuff on jerseys all the time, like sponsored by, whoever. And I guess you could do that for a team or for a whole school.
Yeah, so the cheapest way to go on that is to sponsor a youth football team or a youth like soccer team. This doesn't just have to be football, but kid teams are always looking for sponsors for their jerseys. So you might have to pony up for, 10 jerseys, but 10 jerseys that the kids are going to wear after the season and before the season and during the season. That's free. That's free marketing for sure. I love that idea.
Josh, I'm gonna let you know, man, that kind of breaks my heart. You said that about Travion, man. I seen that dude at the zoo by himself. He was walking around by himself, man. I said what's up to him, but that was pretty much it, man. Dang it.
Huh. That's crazy. That dude will be making millions pretty soon in the NFL.
Sure will.
What about just good old fashioned, like, okay, so we got, I said this earlier, and Emma, for you, maybe it's Kentucky playing Alabama or something, but what if you had a viewing party and you hosted it at your house? That's one of those things you'll probably be doing anyways for a big game. You'll be gathering somewhere. So why not do it and subliminally put some of your signs in the house somewhere, something that will spark up conversation with your attendees of your party. This is all, real estate doesn't have to be like work. It can be fun, something you're already going to be doing. Vic, what are we doing on our team for fantasy football?
We're doing a 12-team league and we're going to invite people, future clients, to join us. I think 3 each or something like that.
Yeah, so sponsored by our team or sponsored by you. Like, our thought is we're going to be doing fantasy football anyways. NFL starts right around the same time college does. Like, why not make it an activity that will provide a lot of touches, right? So when I say touches, I mean, the first touch would be, hey, you're invited, come join the Trailblazing Real Estate Group's Fantasy Football League. The next touch would be, hey, we've got 3 spots left. Who's going to be last one in? The next touch would be, after week 1, hey, here's the ratings. Who did really well? You could do like social media posts. You could do emails. You could really make this literally, if there's 12, 13, I think there's 14 weeks in the college football year. In the NFL season, there's like 18 weeks or something like that with the bye week. That's almost 20, that's 20 plus touches throughout the course of just the fall and early winter that you could capitalize and throw your business into it. And do y'all know how much it costs to run a fantasy football league?
No.
$0. It's all free through ESPN or Yahoo or CBS Sports. you can create a fantasy football league, and all you have to do is be the commissioner. All you have to do is follow up on it each week. So if we're doing an NFL fantasy football league, number one, it's free. Number two, it's a ton of touches. And typically there's Monday Night Football. So we would know the final scores of each week by Tuesday morning. You could do a post every Tuesday. You could make that part of your weekly regiment of social media posts. You could also make a like video, send it out to people via email and say, hey, here's an update on the Patrick Orr Fantasy League, Patrick Orr Real Estate Fantasy League. Number one is myself because I'm killing it. Number two is Johnny, and just have fun with it.
So I'm a big basketball fan, college basketball. That's kind of what we do in Kentucky more than football, I think. But we always have those brackets. So whoever like submits a bracket with you, if they end up winning, you know, the Final Four or whatever, or the finals, not the Final Four, but if you go to the Final Four, you could get like a $50 gift card for something. And then if you go all the way through with your bracket, you could get a bigger prize, and you could get one of your mortgage people to sponsor.
Yeah, to that point, Emma, we do this every year and we have a lot of fun with that as well. You can have a ton of touches there too. So that's March Madness. And to your point, we don't pay a dime for that normally. We have our sponsors, and we normally give away a TV to the winner. But it's a lot of fun. The past few years, I think we've had between 40 and 60 people jump into that. So that's a lot of touches, and you're giving away something for nothing. So it's free to enter, very low maintenance, again, through ESPN or Yahoo or CBS Sports, whatever. You can run that pretty easily. Cool. Well, one last thing that's on my mind is tailgating. Me and my team were actually in the process of ordering one of those big canopies, like a 10 by 10, like tent type thing with open sides. We're going to put our logo on it. And then we're also going to order a tablecloth that has our logo on it. What if you were just to go camp out at the local high school parking lot on football Friday night, or go down to a Buckeyes game and host a tailgate, and you invited a bunch of people and it was potluck style? Maybe you provided a keg or, you know, beers, seltzers, whatever. You could really spread your business's word without even having to say anything, because your marketing would do it all for you. So hopefully
something else I was thinking with that, you know, like you said with tailgating, when you walk around the stadium, you see so many people with tents, like giving stuff away, whether it's water bottles or frisbees or t-shirts and stuff like that. So even if we wanted to take it like a step further and just say, hey, you can get, you know, any of this free stuff, just write down your name and email or something like that.
Oh my gosh.
That might be
Yeah.
a good way.
That's killer, Lauren. I love that idea. Like, hey, write down your name and your phone number and your email. I'll give you this free, I don't know, Yeti with our logo on it. Maybe not Yeti, something cheaper. But then also whip out your phone. You got to follow us on social media. Then we'll give this to you. That'd be sweet.
Especially on those hot days, how like when people are walking, everybody's always like, man, I wish I had a water bottle or something. So I think that'd be a good way to like draw people in.
Love it. This is a great conversation. Jason, I'm glad you brought up football, because I didn't even write that down, because for some of us, we observe actual holidays, and some of us, we observe made up holidays like football season. Good idea, man. All right. Anything else in regards to football or sports? All right. Let's move on to Thanksgiving. I know it feels early to talk about Thanksgiving, but what are some things that we could be doing for Thanksgiving or around that Thanksgiving time?
You could go to Kroger when they start putting their turkeys and chickens on sale and grab a couple and then do a giveaway.
That'd be fun. That's a great idea. wouldn't be too expensive either. I mean, for $50, you could probably buy what, 3-4 turkeys maybe. Let's help go a little further into that. What would a turkey giveaway look like? Like, would that be a social media push, you think, or a phone drive? What are your thoughts there?
Probably just social media, because people are kind of busy around. Well, it depends how close you do it to the actual holiday. But I know a lot of my friends and family get super stressed between like the middle of November all the way until the new year. And they're always like, I don't have time to do this and this. And that includes phone calls a lot. But everybody scrolls their phone before they go to bed or when they're on the toilet in the morning or whatever.
Truth. So you're thinking social media type thing. I would agree.
And then another thing that I've noticed when people are hosting a lot of like, say, birthday parties between that middle of November all the way up to Christmas, like that's when we get the least amount of like RSVPs. And I've had a lot of like my kids' friends' parents be like, well, we're just like really trying to buckle down so we can afford Thanksgiving, or like we're really just busy with family, or we're going out of town and stuff like that. So I think also not asking too much of other people might be beneficial when it's in that time.
Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, really what you did was you nailed it. So the week of Thanksgiving is the start of like literally a dead period where nobody's doing anything except for focusing on the upcoming holiday, getting out of work. They're not focusing on homes because most people are focusing on their existing home and hosting people. And that will lead all the way really through the new year, because there's so many different gathering and party opportunities that our business is going to die come like that last week, typically in November. But that does not mean that we can't still stay relevant in their eyes, right? So this is why we're having these conversations, because a Thanksgiving turkey giveaway would be a lightweight way for us to stay relevant in people's minds. It comes from our business page and we touch people that way. I also wrote down one of the things that a couple people in our office do. They do a holiday pie give out. And what they do is they call their sphere or their VIPs and they say, hey, we're giving away free pies again this Thanksgiving. We got your holiday pie covered. What's your favorite pie? We got cherry, pumpkin, or whatever to choose from, apple to choose from. All you need to do is come into our office on Monday, the week of Thanksgiving, and grab it. They pair with local pie companies, or they just order in bulk from like Walmart. And honestly, the cost at the end of the day is not too much when you buy them like, 20 or 30 pies. And it goes a long way because you're literally on your client's dinner table. And what if you were to put your business card or a sticker of your business card or whatever on that pie? Like you're literally staring at people during their holiday dinner. It also encourages people to actually come into the office to pick up their pie, or for you, if you want to take the extra step and deliver that pie to the client, like that's face to face, which is the best thing you can do. And during that conversation, you might bring up like, hey, I know the holiday season's upon us, but do you know of anyone who maybe next year has started talking about needing to move? What else can we be doing during the Thanksgiving time period?
Oh, well, I don't know if this would really be business stuff, but that's around the time that oh my gosh, like the soup kitchens and stuff like that need coats and gloves and like more volunteers to help and stuff like that, blankets and everything like that. So maybe you could host something to help one of those local things out.
I've got an example from last year. A dude named Brendan last year, he did a coat drive and he paired with a local brewery because he likes drinking their beer. he got to know the ownership. He was allowed to put a big ass box in the brewery where everyone passed by it with his name, logo, Keller Williams, all that jazz on it. And he ended up getting over like 50 winter coats. So he was doing something great for the community, to your point, and he was getting his name out there. I thought that was, and it was at a place he liked to frequent anyways. That's a win-win-win, if you ask me. Victor or Lauren, what did we do last year, the week of Thanksgiving, as a team? Apparently they don't remember. We went down to a soup kitchen, to your point. We just volunteered. It was a good opportunity for us to give back.
I'm on a call.
All right. It was a good opportunity for us to give back to the community, because that's when the most people who are in need probably feel that, you know, bummed out status. Like when everyone's hanging out with family during Thanksgiving, here I am homeless by myself. So it was just, it wasn't one of those things that was pushing our business, although we used it as a little marketing, like saying, hey, look at the good thing we did. But at the end of the day, this was more about like filling our cups up as much as it was filling theirs, because you feel so good when you give back to somebody who's desperately in need of it. And that was one of those things that was free to us. It just took time to go down there and volunteer. All right. Again, going back to command, what could we be doing right now to prepare for Thanksgiving in command?
Set it
Scheduling
up
posts.
so it sends, yeah.
Yep. Do these things now, guys, so that when the time comes, that holiday week, like you can focus on your family, you can focus on getting the meal ready, you can focus on traveling to the in-laws. You don't want to have to focus on creating a post Thanksgiving morning, right? Like that ain't, nobody wants to do that. All right, let's move to the next holiday, Christmas. Christmas is massive. It's the biggest corporate holiday of the year, right? It's the world stops for Christmas.
I really want to get ornaments made, like those really cheap plastic ones that come in bundles that have something for my people who bought homes this year. I'm going to do that. I haven't figured out how to do it just yet, but like, you know, welcome to our first home or first year in your new home or whatever.
That's a fantastic idea. And it doesn't even really need to be like super custom. You could just do like a house cutout that says first year, new home, Emma Thomas Realty, something like that. I love it. There's all kind of websites that you can go to and have these things created.
Yeah, Personal Creations is the one I use to get my families every year, but they're kind of pricey. So I need to find somebody who can do bulk.
Love it.
You can do a gift giveaway too. So like last year, I think it was the PlayStation 5 was like the big thing everybody was trying to get. And yeah, the 12 days of Christmas, but I mean, that'd be like the ultimate gift, whatever the new hot commodity is. See if you can get one early or on Black Friday or whatever, and have a, like where they actually have to call in for that one or share your post for 2 days or something like that. Like,
so I've done this 2 ways, Emma, and this is a great conversation. Thanks for participating, by the way, Emma. You're doing great. So I've done a 12 days of Christmas in July before, and I've done a 12 days of Christmas in actual December. Both of them, the main reason we did it was to increase our viewership on social media. So we did one of those things where, hey, you get 1 entry if you like our post. You get 5 entries if you share our post. You get 10 entries if you, whatever, like our page, etc. But basically, like just inspiring people to share and get entered in by spreading the good word about our real estate group. And so you do it all from the business page. I want to say we gained 100 followers in 1 week or in 12 days through doing this. So it is a huge advantage. Now, also, are we going to pay for all 12 of these items ourselves?
No.
Well, how are we gonna do about that? How are we gonna go about that?
Ask your mortgage people and your other people.
Yeah. Lauren, can you go more into depth on this? So you said that the things that most people clamored over were food related. What do you mean there, Lauren?
So we did a bunch of different, types of gifts, but for some reason people just went crazy over like the food gift cards and things like that. So we got a lot of entries for those. So we just did like $50 gift cards, sometimes $25 gift cards for different food places. We even catered to like people who are vegetarian and vegan. We did one of those just so that, they would be included as well. But yeah, I think that from what I remember, those were like the top liked and top entered giveaways.
You're right. And I was shocked. So I thought people would go after like the Apple iWatch, which they did, sure. But the things that flew off the shelves or got the most entries, like I didn't even know this vegan restaurant was a thing. And one of the people on our team went to them and asked for a donation of a free gift card. They gave us a free $50 gift card. And we grew our database by like, I don't know, 15, 20 people that day. So it's kind of surprising. So if you're going to do something like a 12 days of Christmas giveaway, you can do it all for free. It's just going to require you to plan for it. And that's why we're having this call now, 4 months, 5 months ahead of time, so that you have ample time to communicate with vendor partners, but also with actual like restaurateurs, owners of businesses. So another giveaway that we did was a free car detailing. And Lauren, it was your cousin who owns a detailing business. We wanted to toot his horn. So in all the social media posts, we interviewed him and started talking about his business, putting eyeballs on his business, trying to help his business out. And in the end, he donated, I think I had to pay him a little fee, but a discounted fee. Because we realized that we're scratching their back and they're scratching ours. Another thing that we did was a free like Adirondack chair that was handmade by a local carpenter who we give business to. And there's all kinds of different ways you can go about this. So if everybody knows of a business owner, if you know somebody that has a candle store, give away some candles, pair with them, toot their business's horn, make it a win-win for everybody. Do it all on social media, advertise it weeks in advance so that you're getting the good word out, but you can create so many touches through these giveaways. So basically what I'm saying is diversify what it is you're giving out to try and see what works, because what worked for us may not work for you guys. Different ages of clientele will like different things.
Josh, something I do, I help out with every year is basically sponsoring a family for Christmas in need with a local bar or restaurant in my little town. And I was thinking maybe doing something like that as a team, like sponsoring a family, getting donations, having people drop stuff off, and they make it real easy for us as far as they give us a list of what is needed. So that's super easy. And then we get people to come to us to bring the stuff, and then we can have conversations.
That would be one of the more fulfilling things that you could do as a realtor, right? I mean, it's not about real estate at that point, although that can be, to your point, a conversation you have. It's about doing the right thing for people who desperately need it. That's phenomenal.
Well, also the people who set up things like the angel trees and stuff like that, you're going to have a conversation with too about real estate. So it might not be the people you deliver to, but the people that you are like the middleman for them.
I love that. And Emma, you said something earlier about school supplies, like doing back to school starts around, mid-August. We're doing a school supply drive, like stuff the backpack thing. So that kind of goes hand in hand with what you're talking about. You compare with your local schools, see what they need, see what teachers need, and see if you can't work your sphere to get donations, either cash donations, like through a Facebook like fundraiser, or actual physical items.
Our local board is already doing that, and they are setting up boxes at every real estate office or lending office, whoever will agree to it.
Perfect. I think it's pretty encouraging, guys, that even in our line of work, we have the ability to touch so many people just by making it kind of like a businessy type event. I think it's really encouraging. What else for Christmas, guys?
We have Christmas in the park here, and you could get a sign and like a display or whatever and put it in there.
Love it. Sponsor. Brad's wife, Brad jumped on finally. Brad's wife has a catering business, and she also makes cookies and cakes. And for the last couple of years, we've leaned on her to make our clients, anyone who's closed a deal with us, we put together like a cookie box, and they're real professional looking. The past couple of years, because of COVID, they had to be like individually wrapped just to make them safe. But those go a real long way and give you a reason to literally go to that person's house and touch that person, coordinate with them ahead of time. So that's one touch. Then you get to the actual door, that's 2 touches. And then after you leave and they eat the cookies, they will always say thank you and they were delicious. That's 3 touches that are super impactful. You're giving them something of value and you're making them smile.
Yeah, hopefully this year they're not going to be individually wrapped because that was a pain. But
did you do that? Were you helping?
Unfortunately, I did have to help with some of it, but I did it with a smile.
I was wondering why there were beard hairs in all those.
Yeah, you haven't seen me yet. I got my beard chopped off, by the way.
Shut up. Your trademark. You need to put, oh, okay, it's still there. Just a little lighter. That's your summer beard.
Yeah.
Good stuff, guys. What else for Christmas? What can we be doing in command right now?
Setting up those mailers.
You said mailers there. One thing that sparked in me is me and my family, we like to put one personal touch to all of our VIPs every year, and that is a Christmas card. My Christmas cards are goofy and stupid. We normally borrow like a Christmas movie theme and we reenact it with costumes and stuff. My whole family does. And we just have fun with it. And every year people like anticipate our Christmas cards. And it's just one way to show your personality in what you do. Maybe you're not a funny person. Maybe you just want to send them a sincere, like handwritten Christmas card. That would go a long way as well. Those are the sort of things you can send them in early December, and they will have a shelf life on that person's wall, mantle, whatever they do for their Christmas cards, but they don't throw them away. Do y'all throw away Christmas cards when you get them?
No.
No, because normally they're really pretty, ornate, or they're meaningful, right? So it's a great opportunity for you to touch someone and stay relevant in their house for like almost a month. But to your point, Emma, we can get into command and start scheduling these types of things now. All right, we got 8 minutes left. Last thing, last holiday, New Year's. What can we be doing for
Throw
New
a
Year's?
party.
Oh yeah.
I want to make some posts, like right after Christmas, after kind of the chaos calms down that next week, and say, is this going to be the new year for a new home for you, or something, creative like that?
Yeah, I'll take it a step further. That's a great like poll type thing on social media, like a story. 2 years ago I did this. I don't think I did it last year, but each person on my team wrote 50 handwritten letters. We started in early December so that by December 26th or so, we were ready to mail them out. So that all of our top 50 VIPs got a handwritten letter in the mail by January 1st. And it said, Happy New Year. My team and I have huge goals for real estate this year. Here's a couple business cards. Our goal is to help one or two of you or your friends purchase or invest in real estate this year. Who do you know? And it was just kind of one of those physical reminders that, oh yeah, Josh is in real estate, and oh, they've got big goals, and oh, they're asking me to help. So there's a call to action in that letter. Also, it was handwritten, so it had some sort of personality. It wasn't just immediately thrown away or discarded. And last but not least, it also had business cards in it, something physical that each person could take and distribute to their sphere. Now, if they did, I don't know, but it's one of those things that we can send out, and then you have a reason to call them and follow up that first week in January by saying, hey, just wanted to follow up and see if you got that card in the mail. And then that conversation starts their year off realizing that, okay, their resolution must be to sell some houses. So we've got parties, we've got cards, we've got social media posts. And guys, everything that we're talking about here should not cost us hardly anything. Okay, stationery is probably the most expensive thing we've talked about so far today. You holding a party would probably happen anyways, right? You just need an excuse. This is a great excuse. You doing a fantasy football league, you're probably gonna do it anyways. It's free. Get with vendors whenever there's a cost that is incurred. That was the conversation last week, right? How to offset our costs and keep our P&Ls clean. Don't hesitate at all to reach out to your vendors. All right, anything else in regards to New Year's?
Those, what are they called? Champagne flutes or whatever. They have those really cheap plastic ones that you can get personalized. And so you could send those home with people for hopefully not that night if they're drinking, but they could have a something to take home with them that's from you.
Interesting. Cool. Well, guys, I hope that this has been kind of fun. This is a fun conversation. Thank you guys for participating. It is important. So I worked 20 years in retail, and in retail world, we're talking about Christmas like yesterday, and we already have our plans for Black Friday. We're so far ahead of the game, and that's where it has helped me in the real estate world to start planning for these things ahead of time. You cannot be reactive in this industry. If it's the week before Christmas and you haven't done crap, you're surely not going to do crap. And therefore you're planning to fail. So I want to encourage us all to, if nothing else, if you do nothing else off this call, jump into Command and at least create a card and send it to people, even just digitally, send it to them through email, schedule the post for December 24th, something like that. But do something. You've got to stay relevant. And if you don't, then you just missed the golden opportunity. And me and my team, we're going to take advantage of that. We're going to take advantage of you not doing that. We'll gain your clients. That's not what I want to do. I want you all to be successful. And I know you all can be. You guys have all got really big brains. It's just a matter of how we incorporate real estate into what we're already going to be doing. Cool. All right, guys. Well, hopefully this was helpful. Y'all sign up for Bold. Jason, you sold that condo yet?
I got some questions for you. Yeah, I'm about to be in contract. I got some questions for you.
Nice. I'll hang back here. You can go ahead and ask now if you want, because I'm sure everyone else will have the same question when they get to your point.
All right, so what forms do I need to send over to the title agency?
Just the contract.
Just the contract.
Yep.
All right. And well, I guess that's it then.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So when you're on the buyer side, you want to make sure that the lender gets the contract. When you're on the seller side, you want to make sure the title company gets the contract. To that point, we don't share anything else with the lenders or title company. We never share the inspection reports. For the love of God, never share inspection reports with the lender or title company. That is just between you and your buyers or you and your sellers. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, y'all. Enjoy your nice day. Go get them.
Peace.